Alright, so welcome back, guys, or welcome to your first time here. I'm Vision Hero Bonner Team up, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm giving you guys my review for the season finale of Power Rangers Beast Morphers episode Evox Unleashed. Now, Power Rangers, something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. Don't miss more Power Rangers videos from me moving forward. Now let's begin. So, like I said, we finally got our season finale of Power Rangers Beast Morphers Evox Unleashed. And now, I notice people will say this the season 2 finale, but I kind of just consider this the overall season finale. Now, I thought it was a good season finale. I think it's probably been a really good one compared to the last few season finales that we've gotten over the past 10 years in the Neo Saban era. Dino Charges finale was horrible crap. Ninja Steels was bad. Personally, if you want my honest opinion, that was probably the worst. I didn't even know we were at the season finale when that one actually happened. That's how bad that season was. At least the second part. And that Megaforce, of course, was terrible, low-level trash. And then I'd say Samurai's was decent to okay. I know that might be an unpopular opinion, but I thought it was okay to decent. But here we go, and we're back to form, and again, it was really good. Again, spoilers if you didn't watch the episode before this, I'm going to get into some spoilers here, so definitely, if you haven't seen the episode yet, definitely turn back and come back after you've watched it. But as you all know, if you did watch it, we get the revelation that Evox is actually venjix with Power Rangers RPM. Now, I love this. I love how they incorporated this into the story, and it made sense the way they did it, and it was just a great way to honor past seasons, and I love how they did that. Now, again, I'm going to start off with a nitpick, and one of the biggest, and I might not be a nitpick for you, but to me, I have a big annoyance with it, and it might be a nitpick to you, but they constantly refer to venjix as Evox. Now, I understand that they've known venjix as Evox throughout the entire season, but now that we know his real identity as being venjix, I feel like they should have kept it and called him venjix throughout the season finale. They just kept calling him Evox, and it just got really annoying. It might be a nitpick, but overall, I understand what they're going for, but I still did not like that part of the finale. Now, one of the parts of the finale that I really enjoyed was when they face off against Evox in the beginning of the episode, and they all pull out the legendary weapons. Now, that was awesome. I actually kind of geeked out at that moment. That was like an awesome moment. Again, you got some of the greatest Power Ranger weapons from the past seasons. Again, I'm kind of nitpicking this, is I wish they didn't use the saber from Dino Charge. I would have preferred them use a sword from the maybe original Saban eras, or even another weapon from the Disney era. I mean, there's so many different weapons over the years that they could have used for that. So I would have preferred that, but at the same time, I understand they might have had access to them, and I don't know if this is Sentai footage because I don't watch Sentai, so this could have been connected to Sentai footage as to why they couldn't. So I'm not taking no points there. I thought this is a good finale. And we got the moment where Steel ends up having to sacrifice himself. Now, I feel like we knew this going into the finale because the synopsis for the episode said that someone would sacrifice themselves, and it never seemed right that they would actually sacrifice one of the human Rangers, so I assumed it would be Steel, which is fine. I like that they sacrifice Steel as the person who tries to stop Evox. That was great. My one con, and I know this is probably not a con for everybody, but this really annoyed me, is that they bring him back to life at the end of the episode. Now, I understand that Power Rangers, you can never really have anybody actually die and stay dead, which is kind of a frustration I have with the show. I understand, especially since it came to Nick, they've been having it like really pretty much kid-orientated, so you can't have characters actually die. But I feel like, one, it's a robot, so it's different, but at the same time, having him be brought back to life at the end of the episode, in my opinion, dilutes his sacrifice. He had this great sacrifice moment, but it kind of is underrated. It becomes annoyance and is pretty much destroyed due to the fact that he comes back to life as a human. Now, I know they set the whole him becoming a human up in some of the episodes leading up to the finale, but at the same time, that was something I didn't care for. I feel like he was he was a robot. They should have had an arc where he accepted that. And I get it, they wanted to have him become human and all that stuff, but at the same time it did frustrate me. But I'm going to move on to one of my most favorite parts of the episode, and that's when after Steel is destroyed and they return back to base, and Devon gives out the announcement that everybody should leave Grid Battleforce and the Rangers are staying behind to protect the city and everything, and he orders them all to evacuate. And then you have everybody announce over the monitors that they're staying to help the Rangers as well. And I really love that moment. To me, that was a really good moment, and it gave me really big SPD vibes when Boom stood up and said he wouldn't evacuate. It gave me a lot of SPD vibes there, so I really like that, and I'm giving it a lot of points there because I really enjoyed that moment. But I am taking off a couple points here because it kind of got ruined when you had Smash bring up how he's gonna stay behind in case someone needs a hug. Like it was a really great scene, but then you got that. I know they wanted a comic relief moment probably with that line, but to me it undercut this big speech moment and this big like rally cry. It was such a big moment, such a great part of the episode, but then you have that line in the episode, and to me it just ruined it. It just felt like they needed they needed this comedy moment. So I like that. And even like Ben and Betty staying behind, that even reminded me of Boom from SPD, so I really like that. Well, then you head into the end of the episode where you got the Rangers facing off against Evox, or venjix. I'm going to call him I keep getting confused and calling him Evox, but they face off against venjix, and it was a great Zord fight. I like how they used the human DNA. We got that hint back at the mid-season finale for season 1, and it was really great. I really did enjoy that. And you got them destroying venjix with the megazord. This is one of the things I wish could have happened, because we don't really see this happen, and I don't think it actually happened within the last 10 years, is I would have really liked to see them sacrifice the Zords and destroy them in the battle, because we just haven't gotten to see that in a long time, so that would have been a nice thing to do, and I feel like it would have been a callback to RPM when venjix deleted all the Zords in the finale, so I would have preferred to see that, but I understand what they're going for. So, I'm not going to cut off points there, but it was a really good Zord fight. It really was this big moment as the Ultra Zord wasn't able to take him down, but then the Beast X King was able to take him down. Honestly, I feel like they should have switched that up, because I feel like the Ultra Zord would have been the one that should have taken him down, but at the same time, I did like that, because it was a change in how you would actually expect things to go. So I really did like that. Now, going back to the beginning of the episode, you got the moment where you got Zoe's mom who's worried about her, and it's revealed that she reveals her identity to her mom. So I really like that one as well. The moment where a Ranger's parent actually realizes that their child is a Ranger. So I did like that. That was a really good moment, giving it good points there. But then this is one where I'm very annoyed about, is the ending. I understand what they were going for with the whole Steel having the first birthday and everything, and seeing what happened since over the past year. However, I didn't really like it. I mean, you got, first off, you got Devon, who was promoted to commander, and I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like that came out of the blue. There was no setup for that. There was no, foreshadowing for that. So that kind of frustrated me. It just felt like they pushed that storyline, so I didn't really like that. We did get a good moment where you get the cameo of Colonel Truman from RPM, so that was nice, and you get to see that Squazzle was taken into custody and everything, so they don't have to worry about him. I do feel like they could use him now if they would do a team up in the future, so that's also pretty good, so I really like that. And it also shows that Ben and Betty have been improved over the past years, because they're no longer comic relief and they're actually helping Colonel Truman. So I really like that. And then you had Raleigh doing the whole painting in the field of his mom. That was okay. I honestly could have cared less for that. Again, it just felt like filler for the end of the episode. And then you got Steel, he's being an actor. Again, feels contrived and stupid. I didn't really like that. But then he gets a call for his morpher, and he goes, and they have this celebrating for him being a year old, and then they break it out into that dance party, which I absolutely hate. I hated it in the Silver Switch. I really found that probably one of the cringiest moments in Power Rangers history. Just absolutely horrible. I honestly hate those whole dance numbers. Morphers. And honestly, I would have preferred maybe doing a voiceover like they did at the end of Wild Force, with Alyssa telling her classmates, the people in her class, the story of the Rangers. I would have preferred a ending like that rather than showing everything like this. I feel like that would have been better, and plus you could cut out a lot of these scenes with everything, and we could have gotten more actual fight scenes with venjix and the Rangers on the ground, and a little bit more extended Zord battles. So I feel like that could have been expanded on if we hadn't gotten this whole 1 year after. So I take points off for the 1 year after, because it also was just for Steel's 1 year anniversary of him becoming a human. And again, like I said, I would have preferred him to actually stay destroyed rather than the whole resurrection thing at the end. But overall, it was a really good finale. If I had to give this a grade, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. I kind of want to give it a 9, but the whole Steel coming back as a human and some of the other stuff that I'm kind of nitpicking at kind of pushed it down a bit. I don't know. I might give it a 9 out of 10, but okay, so 8.5 to 9 out of 10 in my opinion. Somewhere around those lines. It was a really good finale, but let me know your thoughts and opinions about the finale in the comment section down below. So yeah guys, that's my review of Power Rangers Beast Morphers, the season finale, Evox Unleashed. Now if Power Rangers something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That way you miss more Power Rangers content from me moving forward. And you go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is linked in the back section of my YouTube channel. As always, my Vision Hero Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.